Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck, holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Las Vegas Raiders. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in week 16. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing Jones. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
First down, here's White. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Jones. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow the touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They run again with Harris, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And the Raiders have got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he...
Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Rakisin. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the Raiders, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well, as they ate up the blockers in front, allowed the secondary to get home.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Back to throw. Jones. He finds his man, complete. That's Bishop. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. Now a give, running left is Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. 21-0 our score after one. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
running out of the gun with White. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
White running to the left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it's intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Patriots force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now here's another carry for Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Anthony Averett picks it. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 2nd and 1 from the 2. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. At the line, ready to go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the draw, it's Harris. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. With the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone, and he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the
44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Patriots' 49-yard line.
They go with White on the counter, and they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 34-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And room there to work it inside the 25. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a toss right side with White. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a 1st with 3rd down looming. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White, and he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll go up the middle with White. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They're handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's White. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
White will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
White, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. But ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but
They'll take the three, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Looking to throw. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Rakusin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
The Raiders take over first down 10 at the 27-yard line.
First down, here's White. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Opting to run again here with White. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, a run from White. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there, that defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Jones. Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up.
And now here's another interception. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They stay on the ground with White. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 69 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Las Vegas, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it's